Whoa.
Good morning. How are you doing? Thank you for everyone who did watch and reach out last night. I mean, I'm in a good spot. I think, if anything, it was actually exactly what I needed, as weird as that may sound. I mentioned this last night, but I've been so preoccupied with the vlogging and just work and everything. The last couple of days have actually been quite slow for me. Wednesday's my day off, even though I did the podcast. Thursday, had no in-person clients. Today, I have 2 in-person clients. So this 3 weeks ago would have actually terrified me, because this is the stoner's opportunity to just like, wow, I don't have to go in person, like can smoke as much as I possibly want. So this weekend is going to be challenging, but I think in the best way possible. And why I think it's in the best way possible is the fact that having time to slow down is going to be exactly what I need in regards to giving myself the space to actually challenge those preconditioned thoughts and beliefs about myself. So as much as I wasn't in the greatest headspace yesterday, which is dealing with some of that frustration, and I mean, some of you might even think like how trivial it is for someone to get so frustrated with just the lack of being able to articulate the words they want to articulate. But when you unwind that, you can see how that level of frustration for something so trivial can bleed into other areas of my life, such as relationships, such as business, such as pretty much every other area of my life. And that's why I think the disease of not enough is something that plagues a lot of us and is just all too common. And I think it's really important that when we feel those, I hate to even label it as negative emotions, but when we feel those negative emotions, challenge them. And obviously, I don't want to get into the argument about privilege and how expensive therapy is. I get enough of that on Instagram, but it's so important to not only challenge those beliefs, but then also have someone in your corner, whether it be a coach, a therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever the hell that looks like for you, to call out bullshit, because I think it's really easy to get in your own echo chamber. We all have preconditioned beliefs. Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about conditioned thinking, and this is why dealing with mental health is such a long and frustrating process, because if you've had a conditioned belief around something, whether that be an insecurity, a past trauma, a past event, past experience, whatever it may be, if you've thought a specific way and you believe something for 20 plus years of your life, which, truth be told, my insecurity started when I was about 10 years old, so I'm 33 now. So I've conditioned myself to think that I'm not worthy and I'm not enough for 23 years now. The really cool part about sitting with those more negative beliefs around yourself and actually challenging them and getting out of your head and challenging them on paper or verbally, whatever way you want to do that, with a professional, with a partner, whatever it may be, is the more you practice it, the quicker you can pull yourself out of those spirals. Even a month ago, when I would have those beliefs of not being enough start to come up and start to feel this constriction, this fear, just discomfort in general in my chest wanting to come out, that's when I would run. I would run to weed, and I would just totally seclude myself from people, from friends, from family, and I would smoke, and then the shame that arose from smoking would then perpetuate this vicious cycle of shame and even more belief that I'm not enough. When you can sit with it and when you can challenge that belief, the more you do that, the quicker you can pull yourself out of that spiral. I was telling my client Caitlin this morning, I was probably in this state of agitation for 10 plus hours yesterday. A month ago, that would have led to weeks of agitation, weeks of shame, weeks of resentment, weeks of being reclusive. The fact that I can pull myself out of that in 10 hours a day is incredible progress. So going back to a couple days ago, talking about the power of reflection and how important it is to actually quantify the changes that you're making with the work that you're putting into yourself. It's immensely powerful, because I woke up today, sky was gorgeous, went for a good walk with Luce. Even last night, as soon as I edited this, I went for a long walk with Lucy. I had no distractions. I didn't put headphones in. I didn't have a podcast, no music to guide my thoughts. It's just me and my thoughts. Came home, journaled about it, and I was able to see, like, are you not worth it just because you couldn't find your words for one day? Like, I made a post today about chasing presence over perfection, because perfection doesn't exist. Unfortunately, it's not one of the emotions that are on the spectrum of emotions that we do feel and states that we do feel. There's moments of bliss, no moments of perfection, and perfection does simply not exist in the human experience. And that's unfortunate, but it's reality. And as I titled the vlog yesterday, reality is an acquired taste. So the beauty of sitting with the more negative emotions and not minimizing them is that when you feel the lows, it actually allows you to really truly appreciate the highs. And life is going to be this, cyclical cycle of high and low emotion. It is what it is. Psychologist uses the analogy of meditation it's just waves of the ocean coming in and out. That's life. That's the emotions that we deal with. It's constantly going to be coming in and coming out. There's no stopping that. It is what it is. On that note, I'm feeling good today. Like I said, the sky was gorgeous this morning. Took Luce for a good long walk. I'm going to eat my oatmeal. Nice healthy breakfast. I have one more decaf to go to the gym, do a bunch of video feedback, one client, and then I'm going to train with Kelsey. And that's kind of my day. So I got lots of time to sit and think this weekend. You ready? Let's go.
Good at saying what you mean. Suppress my feelings, 'cause I know what's best.
Fresh.
Yeah, you tell her. You tell her. Hey, you tell her. Just I don't care, hey Liz. Changing it up today. Going a little sunny side up with our Silver Hills Sprouted Power bread, macro friendly. Oh yeah. For that bread I keep talking about, these are the macros on it. So they did have a better one. This one's still pretty good though. I mean, 8 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber. A little higher on the calorie side of things, but still. Look at that yolky goodness. This is going to be very delicious, but very messy. So I'm not gonna make you watch this whole thing. I'm gonna put the macros up here as well, just so I can show you kind of a quick little swap for anyone who wants something like this, super quick and easy, but to make it a little bit more calorically friendly. I just worked out with Kels, had a pretty decent workout. I am starving Marvin here. So I'm gonna crush these 4 eggs and 2 pieces of toast. Oh yeah, look at that. You can't see it, but I'm dripping it onto the other piece of toast. Oh, so good. All right. I haven't had sunny side up in too long. Like 3:30, I'm gonna run to the grocery store quickly and grab some nachos for tonight because truthfully, I'm pretty lazy and I have 1 container of ground beef left. And I'm gonna use that since I have some salsa and some cheese left over as well. I'm also just gonna grab a container of egg whites to show you guys what the simple little hack would be for that lunch that I made. Instead of having the 4 eggs, I would have either 1 or 2 eggs and then just mix that in with a little carton of egg whites and save yourself a whole bunch of calories. And it's not that eggs and egg yolks are bad, they are just calorically dense because they are quite high in fat. I actually personally consider eggs to be a better source of fat and a moderate source of protein as opposed to the other way around. So, and it's not that eggs are bad. People who say eggs are bad are stupid. There's actually a whole pile of nutrients and vitamins and all that good stuff in the fat. So if someone tells you eggs are bad, tell them to kick rocks. I wanted to swear there. But anywho, I kind of just need to move around too. That was a pretty hard workout and I could not sit still in my chair. I've been pretty lazy on the squats these last couple years, if I'm gonna be truly honest. And part of that is dealing with a little bit of knee pain in my left knee, and so you might have noticed that I wasn't squatting with my shoes on, my lifting shoes on. So I do find that with having the heel elevation, I just tend to drive the knees too far forward, and I have almost too good of ankle mobility. And that's not me being an egotistical douche, it's just reality. But I tend to get a little bit lazy with my positions, and I let the knees go too far forward, which puts a lot of stress on my knee, and I don't tend to use my glutes as effectively as I could. So I'm exhausted, and I think part of what yesterday was about too is, if anyone's ever heard of P.A.W.S, P.A.W.S, it's post-acute withdrawal syndrome, which is just something that tends to happen with sobriety around specific dates. So even just celebrating 3 weeks on Wednesday, you know, that was in my mind a very big milestone. I'm not minimizing that, so just to be clear, but yeah, there oftentimes our brain tends to play games on us around the big milestone dates where our brain sort of starts to try to justify why you should use it because you've been crushing it and blah, 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 blah. So I don't know if it's a combination of that, the combination of that time change. That time change, like, shit kicked me this go around. So I don't know if I'm getting old or what, but anywho, I'm gonna go grab some stuff from the Superstore here. This makes me want to go to HomeSense. It's about that time of year, folks. Good thing I'm past my fake plant phase, fake succulent phase, because I was almost lured in here, but maybe buy a candle. I don't know what I needed yesterday. Lucy's been extra annoying and clingy lately, so I'm gonna pick up this and see if I can really gas her out today. Last little point of wisdom for the day, I think, before I go exhaust this dog. I kind of wanted to mention this in my point this morning, but I just forgot, to be honest. But it's very important to acknowledge those emotions. It's equally as important not to attach yourself to those emotions. And I think that's where a lot of us get stuck, and stuck truthfully might be the best word to describe that, in the sense that if we have a bad day or a bad couple days, right, we don't need to attach our entire existence to that emotion. And I think that's where it can become, quite detrimental to people's health, both physically and mentally, is when we attach ourselves to labels and diagnoses and ailnesses and illnesses. Again, I'm not minimizing anything that you're dealing with. Very important not to attach our existence to those emotions. And I mean, to my point from this morning as well, the more you practice these things, the more you work on yourself, the more you have a third party, objective coach, life coach, psychologist, therapist, whatever in your corner to help challenge those beliefs and challenge those limiting beliefs and all those things that are holding you back from doing something more with your life. The more power we start to put in our own hands, where when we start to feel those negative emotions come up, we can actually put a stop to them much sooner. So that's I'm gonna let you digest on that one for the rest of the day here, and I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna be done pretty early tonight. I'm also gonna crush some nachos. Okay, I'm done.
Good Lord. I am going to crush some nachos. Unfortunately, I was too busy being an influencer. Hi. Too busy being an influencer that I forgot to get Greek yogurt. I substitute plain Greek yogurt for sour cream. That's not like a health hack. It's just extra protein more than anything. But I'm gonna devour some nachos. And I'm like, relax. It's like 6:30. I feel like that's a good time to end on a Friday. So, as always, appreciate the hell out of you. Appreciate the hell out of these nachos. But make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. We're getting close to 100 subs, which is pretty cool. I've been working a bag off for this, and it's been a lot of fun. And overall, good day today. Good day today. Subscribe for that dog. Share it just for the dog alone. But either way, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday. I'll see you for day 24 tomorrow. Much love to all of you.